I think as you look to Asia Pacific, it's about competition for resources, limited resources. It's about making sure that everyone's able to sustain their own sovereignty and meet their own interests. And so the conversation we have is how do we go about, from a military perspective, how do we look at this and how do we be prepared to respond? And so the discussions we had were really about, you know, where can we help each other? Where can we learn from each other as we look ahead on how we try to ensure that some of these issues don't get blown out to something much bigger than it needs to be. And so I think those are the kind of discussions that are important as we have mill-to-mill discussions. You know, military-to-military relationships are very important, especially in times of crisis. And it allows us, for me, just going over there and establishing personal relationships with the leaders of India help us when if a crisis occurs, we know each other, we're familiar with each other, we can have conversations, we can talk about difficult issues, and for me, that is worth a lot. And we see that going on a little bit in Egypt today. Because of our strong military relationships, we can have conversations, we can talk, they'll make their own decision on what they do, but at least we have the opportunity to have these discussions because of the relationships that have been built through the years, through us helping them to develop and through us understanding and building relationships with them. You know, the large majority of the Indian leaders all were educated here in the United States, whether it was at the Army War College, the National Defense University, the Air War College, you know, so that helps us to understand each other as we go forward. So for me, that's the kind of thing we have to do as we tackle some of the tough problems that you just mentioned.